They're calling it a rally. Markets are up. Headlines are calm. The kind of day that makes it feel like the pressure is finally easing. But that's not what this is. This is a system catching its breath. Because underneath the surface, nothing has really settled. Out in the real world, the signals are still there. Oil isn't dropping. Gold isn't backing off. Those aren't the signs of a system at rest. They're the signs of a system still carrying weight. And when pressure like that doesn't break, it moves. It finds new paths. You can see it in the way energy is flowing now. Ships go dark. Signals disappear. Cargo changes hands in the open ocean where no one's really watching. Ownership gets layered. Routes get longer. And money moves quietly behind it all. Not through the front door. Through side channels. Through places built to be just visible enough to look legitimate. And just hidden enough to avoid attention. And it's not small. Billions moving through networks that stretch from the Gulf to Asia, to financial centers that sit right at the edge of regulation. The kind of system that doesn't rely on one route. It adapts. Shuts one door, opens three more. But the story doesn't stop there. Because pressure doesn't stay in one place. It spreads. You start to see it closer to home. Airlines raising prices. Supply chains getting tighter. Small businesses trying to stay afloat while costs creep up from every direction. And when that kind of pressure builds, behavior changes. Not all at once. Quietly. More cash. More off-the-books deals. More ways to keep things moving when the formal system starts to slow down. It doesn't show up clean. It never does. Then you look at the financial side. The place that's supposed to make sense of all this. And even there, things are getting harder to read. Valuations that depend on assumptions. Audits that don't always go deep enough. Investors trusting numbers that may not have been tested the way they should be. And that's where it gets dangerous. Because when the systems built to verify risk start to weaken, the risk doesn't go away. It just slips out of view. So now you've got two stories running at the same time. One that says everything is stabilizing. And another, quieter one, that shows a system still under pressure. Energy moving in the shadows. Money flowing through layered networks. Businesses adjusting just to survive. And controls that aren't as tight as they look. Meanwhile, markets keep climbing. Looking forward. Expecting things to resolve. But underneath that, the system is still shifting. Still rerouting stress. Still finding places where it can carry that pressure without setting off alarms. And that's the part you don't see on the chart. Because pressure doesn't disappear. It doesn't resolve just because the market says it should. It relocates. Into trade. Into finance. Into behavior. Into places that take longer to show themselves. So yeah, today looks strong. But strength at the surface doesn't mean stability underneath. It just means the story changed. The system didn't. And somewhere beneath all of it, the pressure is still moving.